instead of coming to the mat with like a lifetime of stories and experiences we've compiled over these years of our life, we return to the very beginning, before we had all the stories. So from that place, I want you to move into your body. So just observing what is without the story. And throughout the yoga practice, we utilize the breath to access this experience of tuning into the present moment. So with the inhale, if we just notice the inhale, it's a good way to anchor the mind into the body. You can feel where the inhale goes in the body, expanding in the upper back, chest. And as you exhale, you'll notice the body's desire to return to the earth. There's a softening that happens and a release that happens. So as you inhale, it's almost like a balloon filling up, and there's a lightness as the balloon is full, bouncing around. And as we exhale, it's like you let the air out, and it just falls to the earth. Let's take a cleansing breath here. A big inhale with your nose. I want you to fill all the way up to the top of the breath. And then open up your mouth and exhale, let it all out. When you've emptied all the way, I want you to press your hands into the mat and draw yourself up to all fours. Just adjust your knees underneath your hips and your wrists below your shoulders. And you'll curl your toes under. We'll take a little bit of cat-cow, checking in with our spine, maybe warming it up. So the toes curl, the tailbone tilts up, the belly comes down, and you draw your heart forward, lifting your chin, cow belly. Exhale, you're going to tuck your tailbone around your spine, push the earth away, arching mid-back, spreading out the shoulder blades. And then do this again. Inhale, tailbone comes up and belly comes down, heart forward. And exhale, press and round, arch and squeeze. And then inhale to a neutral spine. I want you to curl your toes under and just lift your knees off the mat just 2 inches. Turbo dog. So we'll start to bring some of that heat inwards, kind of stoking the inner fire. Feel your tailbone tilting up, like you're sticking your butt in the air, like a dog wagging its tail, and then bring your chest a little bit back towards your thighs, but keep the knees low. You can also bend your elbows a little bit here. We're just going to hold this for 5. You can feel the heat rushing in the body, warming up for 4, 3, and then with your next inhale breath, lift your hips all the way up to the ceiling. And with your exhale breath, you can drop your heels down towards the mat. And it's okay to keep a nice bend in your knees here. And utilizing that bend to lift your hips up higher, tilt the tailbone up higher, tuck your chin a little bit so neck is long, jaws relaxed. Maybe you start to actively drop the heels to the mat, engaging your quadriceps. Inhale, hands press into the floor, tailbone up. Exhale, heels come down towards the mat. Start to tune into the breath, moving the breath through the body. Each shape will have a different experience of the breath, and vice versa. With your next inhale breath, I want you to press your hands into the mat and rock forward to a high plank, so top of a push-up. Perfect, just like this, yes. So send your heels towards the front just a little bit, so you're rising to the balls of the feet, and lift your hips a little higher, and then feel your tailbone rocking down towards your heels. Lift your belly button into your spine and push the floor away. Beautiful, really nice. Neck is long, gorgeous. Taking one more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, rock back to down dog, hips to the sky, heels to the mat. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you just to experience your breath and the sensation of your body. Feel all the muscles begin to adhere to the bones. So you start to activate your quadriceps, squeeze your belly in and up. Feel your arms strong. And with your next inhale, rock forward to that high plank again. Shift all the way forward. And with your exhale, rock back to down dog. As you come back, heels come down, quadriceps engage, hips up and back. 2 more times. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And just kind of move with your breath. And last one. Inhale, arriving at the top of the breath. Exhale all the way back. At the end of this exhale, I want you to walk your hands back towards your feet. You can bend your knees a little bit here, so you bring the weight back into the feet. Maybe grab for opposite elbows and just hang and ragdoll. But choosing what's right. Maybe the hands will rest on the floor. It might suggest things, and you can choose something different. Play with shifting the weight from right foot to left foot, from the balls of the feet to the heels, and maybe swaying a little bit. Notice the weight of your arms, the weight of your elbows, drawing the spine longer. It's like that. The weight of the elbows begin to pull on the shoulder blades, and the shoulder blades pull on the upper back, and you feel the skin stretching, and the muscles stretching, and the bones stretching, and there's this release and decompression through low spine. Rock your head a little side to side too, just checking that the head is heavy, and then maybe nod your head and feel the weight of the head, creating space in between the vertebrae. Let's release your hands down to the mat. Now with an inhale, take your hands to your shins and halfway lift. Press into your shins and draw your chest forward. Push your heels into the mat, engage your quadriceps, squeeze your belly in. Stay like this and just draw your arms back like airplane arms, palms facing down. Neck is long, gaze is at the floor. With the inhale, the weight shifts slightly into the balls of the feet. And with the exhale, you push the heels down, engaging quadriceps. One more time like this. And then I want you to gently bend your knees, swoop your arms forward and rise all the way to stand with an inhale. And at the top, interlace your fingers, palms of the hands together. Just the pointer fingers release. Walk your feet together and begin to activate your low body. You're going to take your tailbone down towards the mat, squeezing and engaging your glutes, your quadriceps. Inhale, I want you to reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, begin to tick-tock from side to side. Just really rock side to side. So these little motions, we're just checking in. So without judgment, you're just noticing, how does this body feel today? Because again, we moved on to the mat without stories, so it's like we borrowed somebody else's body, so we're still exploring it. A couple more times just to loosen up and undo the sticky stuff. And then we'll come back to center. I want you to set up. Palms of the hands glued together. Take your tailbone down, the hips forward. With an inhale, reach up as if you're going to touch the ceiling. Lengthen out of your spine. Exhale, upper body over to the right. Hips to the left and hold. So you'll meet just that first point of resistance. This is really nice. Beautiful. Arms come back just a little bit so heart is open. Take your tailbone down. Squeeze that low body. Gorgeous, yeah? Inhale is going to breathe along left side body. So I want you to feel the outer edge of left foot anchoring into the floor and the breath moving along the side of your hip and your waist, and you're expanding. And then the exhale, you'll reach a little more, push your hips a little more, and dive somewhere new. We're here for 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, you'll come down a little deeper. One more time, inhale. And how far can you go? Reach and come down. Now use your core strength to inhale, rise back to center, reset the pose, lengthen up out of your spine. Inhale. Exhale, upper body over to the left, hips to the right. Perfect. Really nice hips squared to the front of the room, both feet rooted into the earth, but weight is grounded in the heels, squeezing glutes. Arms are back, chin is lifted. So neck is visible. Inhale opens up right side, outer edge of right foot pressing into the floor. Feel the waist stretching, the bones stretching. Exhale, hips move over to the right as you reach to the left. Beautiful. So the first set, we ease in. You just let the breath kind of guide you, and you start to awaken into the body, breathing in life and energy. I want one more big inhale. Deepest expression with your exhale, just moving into the pose, into the shape. Inhale takes you back to center. Center here, drop your head back into your shoulders. So just let the head fall back heavy, looking up at the ceiling. Roll your head along your shoulder blades so you check that there's no tension in your neck. Squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward. With an inhale, reach up as if you're going to touch the ceiling. And exhale, start to draw a line on the ceiling and follow it back with you. Just like this. Now, you're just checking in again. Inhale, maybe the chest lifts, maybe this feels good. Exhale, maybe I go a little bit further, reaching for the back wall of the fingertips. Be here for 1 more breath, and how far can you go? 3, fall back for 2, way back for 1. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lengthen out of the spine. Exhale, squeeze your belly to your spine to come down. So belly supports low back till the hands get to the mat. Once the hands get there, bend your knees a little bit and wiggle it out, walk it out. So maybe you bend one knee and then the other, swishing the hips a little, releasing low spine, transitioning. And we'll set up for our first set of Padayasana. I want you to bend your knees enough that belly can come to thighs and chest to knees. And then arms are going to wrap around the backs of the calves. You'll pick up one heel at a time and slide your fingers underneath your heels, scoop them up. That's it. Bring your face in the direction of your shins. Inhale's going to lift your hips, and exhale pushes your knees back. Perfect. So you're looking for the upper body to stay glued to low body, belly and chest glued to the thighs, wrap the elbows tighter. See if you can lift your shoulders away from your ears. Bring your face towards your shins and rock the weight to the balls of the feet. And push your knees back and lift your hips. So you're actively pulling on your heels. At the same time, you're using the strength of your legs to push your knees back and lift your hips. So feel the inhale, drawing belly and lengthen the spine. Exhale, pull on your heels and try and lock your legs. You're going to push your knees back and lock your legs for 3. Knees back, legs locked for 2. And then gently release. And as you release, walk your hands out in front. I want you to interlace your fingers, arms with your stretch out of your waist. Reach forward, look forward, and rise up to the top. At the top, exhale, arms to your sides. And we'll just take a breath here. Probably already feeling energy increasing. We've opened up the major energetic channels. So we can feel that flowing. When toes and heels touch, we're going to take second set. Inhale, arms up over the head. Non-dominant grip, so opposite pinky, opposite thumb. Inhale, reach up, stretch up tall as you can. Exhale, over to the right, hips to the left. And right away to deepest expression. So you're going to go right to where you left off in first set. And with second set, your goal, can I go deeper? Can I feel something more? Can I awaken something new in the body? Can I take my right hand and pull left hand to right side of the room? Pushing hips to left and come down deeper for 3. Reach and come down for 2. Inhale, rise to center. At center, set up again. Reach up, lengthen. Inhale, exhale over to the other side. Hips will move to the right. Upper body to left. That's a beautiful adjustment. And the arms come back, chest opens if you can. And left hand is actively pulling right hand over to left side of the room. As you send your hips to the right, you're going to reach over to the left, deepest expression. For 3, start to go deeper even. For 2, strengthening core and trimming waist here. Inhale, back to center. As you come to center, head drops back into the shoulders for our second back bend. Tailbone down towards your heels. Start with your inhale, lifting chest. Exhale, fall back. Hips come forward and you fall into low spine. Perfect, just like this. With second set, take it somewhere new, go deeper. Take those fingers and point at the back wall, then drag them down the back wall. So we move the stretch into upper spine as well. As you go back and way back and fall back. Inhale, rise up, nicely done. Squeeze your belly in and exhale, forward fold. Belly to spine as hands come down to the mat. You'll wiggle it out, releasing low back. Take a couple deep breaths into low back. We'll prepare for second set of Padasana, where you bend your knees, enough, belly to thighs, chest to knees, hands come around, scooping up those heels. Perfect. Face comes in the direction of your shins. Lift your hips and push your knees back. You're walking your body down your thighs. Push your knees to the back of the room. Lift your hips, pull on your heels. You want to literally feel the spine tractioning, this length coming all the way down. Frontmost spine, we release down and up the back of the neck and the top of the head, drawing head towards the feet. Now bury your face into your shins, wrap the elbows tighter, and see if you can push your knees back, getting legs to lock 3. Push your knees back, pulling on the heels 2, and then gently release. As you release, your arms will come out in front. I want you to interlace your fingers, stretch out of your waist, rise all the way up to standing. At the top, palms or arms fall down to your sides, and just standing here, integrating that work. Next is Utkatasana, our awkward pose. I want you to take a 6-inch step to the right. Perfect. This is perfect. You can always measure that with 2 fists. Feet should come right to the outer edge of your hips. Inhale, arms up parallel to the floor. Strong arms, so all the fingers are glued together. The triceps are hugging against the bones. I want you to push the feet into the floor. With an inhale, pull your belly in. With an exhale, push your hips to the back of the room and sit into an imaginary chair. Beautiful. So knees are stacked right on top of the ankles, hips way back. Like you're searching for a chair, but I just keep moving it. You want to drop it down and catch the edge. Shoulders down a little bit, arms stay reaching. Perfect. See if you can look down to your toes. If you can't, rock the weight back more. Push the hips back more. Nice. There, now drop in. That's it. Really nice. Now lift your chest. Now hold it 3. Dig your heels in 2. Inhale, rise to stand. Press down, rise. Keep the arms out, rock the weight to the balls of your feet. Lift your heels up, high tippy toes. Arms will stay strong. Pressing into the knuckle of your big toe. I want you to start to soften your knees. That's it. You're going to sink down, dropping tailbone towards the earth. Roll up onto the balls of the feet. Yes. Nicely done. Yeah. Stabilize your mind. Be with your breath. Heels up more, knees up more. Gorgeous. Stay here. 5, 4. Darn it. That's great. You did awesome. 3, 2. Inhale, rise all the way up. Heels tap the floor. Re-engage your arms. Last part, lift the heels just an inch or two. Knees together. That's it. Squeeze your knees tight as you can. Take that inhale breath. Exhale, glide down that imaginary wall. All the way down. All the way. This time I want you to come all the way down to the hips, arrive an inch or two above your heels. Knees are going to point down and forward. This is beautiful. Yep. Hips up a little bit. Beautiful. Hold this. 3. And it is work. Keep squeezing your knees. Keep breathing. To set up, you're going to take a big inhale. You're going to squeeze your knees and come back up this wall. Straight spine all the way up. Really nice. Knees apart. Heels down. Right foot to left. Arms to your side. Let it go. So you want to right away try and relax the best of your belly through your glutes and through your quadriceps so the energy can rush in. Your body is responding, flooding those legs with muscle, or your bones with, your muscles with blood. Take that 6-inch step again. Plant the foot, inhale, arms up, belly in. Exhale, sit in your chair. Boom, hips back. No thoughts about it. So you can set body so much more prepared. Beautiful. So you're going to drop your hips 3 more inches. That's it. Yes, there's your 100%. Nicely done. Now lift your belly button right up. Yes, now start to lean your chest back a little bit. Shoulders stay down. 3. Unclench your jaw. 2. Press to your heels, stand with an inhale breath. Rock onto the balls of the feet and lift your heels up high. Yes, and keep rolling the heels forward as you drop your hips down. So keep coming higher onto the balls of the feet as you sit into that chair. Think about stabilizing your ankles. Right here. Don't go any lower. Just lift your heels up higher. Lift your knees up higher. Use your calf muscles to lift those knees. It's beautiful. Stable. 4. Knees up. 3. Stay on your toes as you rise to stand. Pulling up to the ceiling through the crown of the head. Heels drop. Re-engage your arms. Last part. Inhale, lifts the heels just an inch or 2. Knees together with your exhale. Squeeze as tight as you can. Inhale. Exhale, glide down that imaginary wall, coming all the way down. Perfect. Yes. Knees down and forward. Beautiful. You should feel burning in the front side of those thighs. Squeeze your knees. If you have healthy knees, just bounce a couple times. Hips up and down. Hold it on the upswing. See if you can hold this. Take a big inhale. Come back up slow. Slow, slow, slow. Great job. Knees apart. Heels down. Right foot to left. Let it go. Already over. All right. We have one more pose in the process of warming the body up in its entirety, which is Garudasana, eagle pose. I want you to inhale your arms up over your head. Palms are going to touch. You're going to take your right arm, and then exhale, swing that right arm underneath your left. And then cross at your wrist, palms together. Beautiful. Try and align the tips of the fingers and the palms of the hands right out in front of your face. Then take an inhale, lifting elbows up, opening back of the heart. Exhale, pull your fingertips below your nose and sit deep into a chair. Shift the weight to your left foot, pressing into left foot. Inhale, lifts your right leg up and over. Maybe wrapping foot around back of calf. Knees over to the right slightly, tailbone down towards, beautiful. Get your hands just an inch away from your nose. Closer, closer to your face. Yeah, then pull them down. There, nice. Now squeeze your belly and then see if you can lean your chest back, sitting up tall in your spine. Pushing into left heel. Now wrap right leg tightly around the left, as tight as you can. For 3, so the top of left thigh is pressing into bottom of right and vice versa, squeezing for 2. Unravel with an inhale, feet together, arms float all the way up and palms touch, setting up for left side, exhale, left arm under right. Cross again at the wrist, inhale, arms now is forward, pull fingertips down, sit deep into your chair. Shift the weight to right foot, inhale, lifts the left leg up and over. Squeezing, perfect. Top of that right thigh, pressing into bottom of left, front of that ankle, pressing into the back of the calf, squeeze. Tailbone down towards the mat, really nice. Get the hands a little bit closer and pull fingertips down so we wake up shoulders. Lymphatic system's getting squeezed as well here at those inner thighs and then your armpits. Take an inhale and exhale, sit down as deep as you can and squeeze your legs as tight as you can for 3. So right leg to right side of the room, left leg to left side of the room as you squeeze and tighten. Unravel with an inhale. Arms come all the way up, palms touch, feet meet. Exhale, arms foot down to your sides and stillness. So next is our balancing. Should feel pretty warm now. So standing up tall, you're gonna push left foot into the floor. With your inhale, I want you to lift your right thigh parallel to the floor with the ankle below the knee. Nice, yeah. Lean your chest slightly forward and lower right hip a little. Just the hip, not the leg. Yeah. So then, see if you can lift left hip by lifting left quadricep. Nice, nice. Squeeze your belly in. Keep that left leg locked as solid as you can, unbreakable, and round down, try and grab right foot. Lock your left leg again, hold it here for a moment, breathing, stabilizing, then take an inhale breath. As you exhale, kick that heel straight forward, follow it with your body, beautiful. Toes back towards your face, really nice. I want you to lift your belly button in and up with an inhale and bring your chest down, your legs a little, and then exhale, maybe bend your elbows. So if we had it, perfect. Yep, reset it. Push your left knee back and lean your chest forward. So weight has to come into the ball of the left foot. Now bend the elbows. There. This is your pose. Hold it for 5. Toes back. That's it. Lift that right leg a little. 3. Lean into the ball of that foot again. 2. Awesome. Bring it back. Beautiful. Set it down. Stand up. Belly supports low back. Always. Shifting weight to right foot. Pick up your left. Yeah. Yeah. See how you instantly lean? It's okay. Yeah. There. There. As if you're standing on both feet, we just stand tall, belly in and chest forward. Chest forward. Yeah, right here. Now belly in and press down evenly the right foot. Now come down and grab that foot. So see how that, yeah, it's the ball of the foot. We gotta keep thinking about the knuckle of your big toe. Lock your right leg. Nice. And keep on anchoring to the ball of that foot. Then kick when you're ready. Never around. Yeah, nicely done. Toes back. Nice. Squeeze that belly in. Bring your chest down, your legs. Maybe elbows come down. We're here. 5. 4. Keep pushing that knuckle, big toe. Lower left hip a little bit. Toes back. 3. And 2. And then bring it back. Beautiful. Set it down. Stand tall. Hands will come to low back for a little reset. And we'll just come back to standing. So second set, right away, deepest expression. Shift the weight to left foot, pick up your right leg. I want you to come down, grab that foot, and as quickly as you can, just kick it out. Where we're staying with integrity. Yeah, beautiful. And then elbows will come down. One day, elbows come below the calf. Hold this, 5. And then bring it back. Sit it down, stand tall. Shifting weight to right foot, pick up your left. Come down and grab it. Kick it out when you're ready. Nicely done. Deepest expression. Toes back. Kick through the heel. One more breath. And bring it back. Set the foot down. Stand up tall. And again, hands can come to that low back if you want. And then a reset. And we'll come back to standing. So next, you take the spine in the opposite direction. So Dante Mana Dhanurasana is next. We'll take the right elbow to your hip. I want you to open this arm up behind you. Pick your foot up and set that foot in your hip. Yeah, left arm comes up next to your ear. Knees together. This is it. Feel the weight of the foot in your hand. So you've got to counter that with your reach. Inhale, stretch up. Now exhale, start to kick into your hand. So that kick is going to want to pull the energy backwards. You've got to start to bring it forward. Beautiful. That's it. And that right shoulder go back, more left shoulder come forward. I want your head on straight. So lift the head a little bit, lift the chin a little bit, look forward, gorgeous. Yeah. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Just stay like this. Oh. So find a level of focus where I go away. Everything goes away. I could jump in front of you and you don't even hear me anymore. You just focus on your pose. And point your toes more. As you kick, you have to reach. Everything has to be strong, engaged, and in your awareness. Lower right hip a little bit. Now reach a little more. Bring the chin over to meet left shoulder. Kick and reach. Now come down. 5, 4. Okay, come up. Beautiful. Let it go. And left elbow on the hip. Open the arm up. Place the foot in your hand. Right arm up next to your ear. elbows to come off the floor. Yep. You're leaning to the outer edge. Just bring the weight over. There's muscles there that are stronger. Keep breathing in and out of nose. Focus. Darn it, that was great. That was beautiful. Focus. Reset it. Do it one more time. Okay, perfect. Let's just come back and let's reset for the second side, or second set. So the second set, it's all about depth. You're just going to open that arm up, place a foot in your hand, left arm up next to your ear. You'll set it up with knees together, plant that foot, decide, and then go. Your goal is how deep can I go? Can I get to standing splits? Can I kick that leg to the ceiling? Beautiful. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Now reach and kick for 5. Let the belly come down, chest stays up for 3. Reach for it, go for it. And then come up. Yes, nice. Exhale, be still. And left elbow, pick it up. Inhale, go for it. Nice. Keep that leg straight behind you. Kick it up there. Kick it to the sky. 4. Go for 3. Kick it 2. That's perfect. That's how you want to fall. Got to fall forward, so that was great. Let go. Heart rate will start to pick up after that pose. Stepping to the back of the mat so you can feel, this is where we work cardiovascular system, exercising heart muscle, chest, lungs. Inhale, arms up over the head. So we'll continue to elevate heart rate. Palms together. Take a big step forward, right foot. You're going to plant that foot, shift the weight into this foot, lift your back toes, that's it. Arms squeezing your ears, tilt. Body will come down, leg will come up, capital letter T. Dandasana left. Hip comes down a little bit, baby toe down. Yes, lift that leg a little bit and stretch it to the back of the room. Nicely done. Lift your arms so you don't see them anymore. Body down. 3, stretch it apart. 2, step back with left foot. Right foot will join it and arms will stay up. And left side. Big step, plant, shift. Body comes down and leg comes up. Chin away from the chest a little more. Yes, body down more. That's it. Baby toe down more. There it is. Now pull it apart. 3, reach more, squeeze and stretch and step it back and feet together. Arms stay up. Exhale, releases arms to your sides. And we just feel that pose. So it's a big pose. It's really quick. It's only 10 seconds. So you really want to give it everything just like you did. Inhale, arms up over the head. Interlace your fingers non-dominant way again. Opposite pinky, opposite thumb. Take that big step on the right foot. Shift and engage, and body will come down, leg up. Biceps squeezing those ears, baby toe down a little bit. That's it. Belly in, chest, yes, gorgeous. For 3, body down a little bit, and then you're there. Stretch, 2, now bring it back. Feet together, arms are up. And left foot, big step onto left foot. Plant, shift, body down, leg up. You know the adjustments, start to find them. Yes, lift that leg a little bit, body down more. That's the hard one to notice. That's it for 3. Now stretch it apart, body down more for 2. And then 1, step it back and feet are together and exhale, arms will come down. Be still, let that move through you. You're gonna take a quarter turn to face the street. Take a head below the heart. So bring some of that oxygenated nutrient blood to the brain. I want you to take a big inhale. Arms will fly up over the head. Exhale is a big step to the right. Arms will come parallel to the floor. Strong arms. Pigeon toe your feet a little bit. Toes in, slightly heels out. Take a big inhale. Exhale, swan dive. All the way down. Hands are going to come around the backs of the calves this time. Picking up your heels eventually and maybe stepping onto your heels or onto your fingers if that's doable. Yeah. Chin stays away from your chest. That's it. Beautiful. So inhale is going to pull the belly in and puff out the chest. Exhale is going to bend your elbows. You want your forearms to come right up against your shins. Yes. Nicely done. And we will shift into the balls of the feet. And so, yeah, exactly like this. Feel how that lifts the sit bones up. Now activate your quadriceps, lift your kneecaps, lift your hips up, and then pull through that low spine. Very active stretching. You're not passive here. You want to feel as though you're pulling on your heels, and your goal is to get your head closer. At the same time, you want to lift your hips more, push your knees back more. That's beautiful. 2 more times. How close can you get your head to the floor? Pull it. 4, 3, and pull it. 4, 2. Really nice. Arms are going to come out to the sides. Come apart first. Chest forward, rise all the way up. The top, I want you to bend your right knee, stepping right foot to meet left, hands above your head, and exhale, arms down, and pause, and just feel that. So I believe that is the fountain of youth we've all been looking for, is bringing your head below the heart like that and tilting the pelvic bone. You do it beautifully. We're going to do another set. It's going to feel really good. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, big step to the right. Maybe a bigger step. Arms out. Pigeon toe the feet. Yeah. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, swan dive. Come down. Beautiful. Grab what's available. Chin is away from the chest. Inhale. Exhale, pull. And maybe even a little bit wider step. What if you could get your forehead to the floor? So you kind of make that the goal. Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, keep pulling. Now push the knees back and lift the kneecaps. Using all those muscles. Last time, pull. And then arms will come out to the sides. And you're going to come up heart first. At the top, keep your arms out. Beautiful. Pick up your right toes and pivot on your heel. And bend right knee deeply. Nice. Bring that back. Tuck your tailbone a little bit, spine tall. Beautiful. One more time, bend the right knee so it stacks. Nope, you don't even have to. Yeah, oh, it's okay. Yeah, because you dropped weight in. Hold it here. Now don't move your legs or your hips. Flip your hands and just tilt your upper body. Perfect. Yeah, that was fantastic. Chin to up shoulder. My star yogini. All right, sink a little deeper into that right thigh. Yeah, beautiful. Chin is on that shoulder, gaze is on that thumb. This is amazing. So just strong left leg, outer edge of left foot into the floor. I like to anchor into my right heel, so I'll feel all the energy pressing into right heel, even lifting my toes sometimes. And then feel that rise into your core. Really nice. Tailbone is so tucking, and the elbows pressing into the knee. Then you're going to roll your rib cage back. Integrate that core strength. Pull the rib cage back like you want to look behind your left hand. 4, 3. Keep breathing. Holding 4, 2. You're going to come right back up to your lunge with an inhale. You're going to press out with your exhale. Right toes will turn towards the street and left toes towards the back of the room. Bend that left knee deeply. That's it. Beautiful. Just like this. Nice. This is perfection. Flip the hands and then tilt. Yeah, exactly. Chin to the up shoulder. One day they actually make a connection. So you'll bring chin towards your chest first and then rotate it to the shoulder. So you're showing the profile of your face to the side. Elbows pressing into the knee to open the hip up. Tailbone is tucking. Reach up, stretch down. This is really nice. And stay here breathing. All the energy into left heel. Squeeze that right quadricep. One more time. Breathe. Maybe rolling that rib cage back. Inhale, come up and hold. Exhale, press out. Left toes to the street. Bend your right knee in one big step. Right foot returns to left. Hands come over the head. Exhale, arms fall down to your sides. We're going to do that again because second set feels really, really, really good. It's doesn't sound good, but it does. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, big step to the right, arms parallel. So pick up the toes, pivot on the heel, bend right knee. So second set goes quicker. We're just looking for depth. You'll slide that leg out. You'll bounce a little bit into the hips and hold it and flip the hands and tilt. Yeah, so second set, I'm trying to get my thigh parallel. I'm going to sink right thigh down with every exhale. I'm going to go as low as I can comfortably. I'm going to feel my inner thigh squeezing to connect again with that foundation. You're going to reach up and stretch down. So the arms are stretching apart. And then roll that rib cage back, your best pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, press out. Right toes towards the street and left toes to the back. Bend that left knee deeply. Same thing. Lift the right hand a little bit, flip the hands, and tilt. This is beautiful. Yep, elbow pressing, tailbone tucking. Perfect, just like that. So you can feel the energy, Mula Bandha. So when the legs are open, all of our energy can drop down onto the floor. So we've got to keep squeezing those inner thighs like we keep exercise, lifting the Mula Bandha all the way up, reach it out through the fingers, asking energy to elevate. Roll the rib cage back. One more breath. And let's inhale, rise up. Exhale, press out. Left toes towards the street. Just hands together with the inhale. Just hands. And then shorten your stance to 3 feet. So like a yardstick. Shift the weight into your heels. Pivot on your heels to face the front of the room. Rock your left hip a little bit, down and forward, right hip up and back, sending up here. Inhale, reach up, out of the fingertips, tuck your chin, exhale, round down. Tadeu Madhya Bhakti Padajani Shashasana, something like heads and knees. So fingers will separate when they hit the floor. And then you'll bring your chin to your chest, and your goal here is to get a forehead to knee connection, which might mean bending your knee to make the knee connect with the forehead. It's okay, either way. You're pressing fingers into the floor to create a deeper arch in your back. So spend that low mid back towards the sky, squeezing belly button in. So inhale into your low back. Exhale, draw belly button to the spine, push fingers into the floor, and try and get that forehead further up the knee through a choke sensation. So this is us coming into thyroid, parathyroid, immune system, metabolism. So chin to chest, throat choke sensation. Forehead pressing firmly against the knee, and then trying to breathe in spite of the difficulty. Keeping forehead on the knee, see if you can reconnect your hands out in front, just slowly. And then press down into your right foot, squeeze your belly in, and rise up arms with your ears. Come all the way up and reach for the sky. Pivot towards the street, pivot all the way around back of the room. Rock your hips again. Reach up, inhale. Tuck your chin, round down. Fingers hit the floor, and you shall separate them if you like. Again, using the hands, so we want the arms straight, just the fingers, and you're pushing until shoulders are aching and fingers are aching to push and arch your spine. Think about that Halloween cat with the arched back all the way up there, and chin tighten and breathe. One more breath, and then we'll bring hands back together again and slowly rise up, pressing into left foot. At the top, you're going to pivot towards the street, returning right foot to left, and arms to your side with an exhale. I know. Final pose standing, turning towards the front, tree pose. Shasana, with the option of Padangusthasana. You're going to press the left foot into the floor, pick up your right, I want you to round down and scoop this foot up, hoist it high as you can up onto your belly. And then hold it in place, rotating the knee down and forward. Nice, right hand to your heart. You got it. Yep. Yep, you got it. I'm just working on getting those hips square again, which will lift that heel up higher. You're going to stay just like this, shoulders level, knee pointed down, and just breathe. One more time, chest up, inhale. That's it. Exhale, point the knee down, and then release that right foot next to your left. So when you pick up your left foot, come down with both hands and get it. So I grab it from underneath, and the other one's underneath here. Yep, and then pull. How high can you get it? Then hold it here. Don't let it go. And rotate the knee down. Yes. Now left hand to heart. Beautiful. Now lift your left hip a little. That's it. Gorgeous. Yep, shoulders are down, chest is up. Beautiful. Point the knee down. Again, feeling that energy rising up right leg into the hips. Take it up the spine. So chest is lifting, crown of the head is reaching, and knee is pointing. And this is causing a tourniquet effect. It's going to help stimulate blood flow. So prevents or improves varicose veins in the legs. Release that left foot down. Both hands to your heart. And let's bow. Gratitude. Grateful, healthy bodies. Spin around and land your back. Head towards the front, feet towards the back. So, we take a transitional Shavasana. So at the end of the class, it's just this opportunity to integrate standing series. Slide your shoulder blades under your back. Let your palms face up. Chin tucked, neck is long. Feet are falling apart. Still as you can. inhale through your nose. Open up your mouth and exhale. With your next inhale, draw right knee into your chest. Interlace all 10 fingers 2 inches below the knee, webbing to webbing, taking the knee just off the chest rib cage towards that right shoulder. Left shoulder staying on the mat, arms and close to the side, left leg glued to the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, pull. So compressing into right side body, massaging our digestive system, coming into ascending colon. Gaze should be down front side, so you like maybe one day looking down at your chest. And then you're pulling with all your might. It's not a passive pose, but you're really pulling. For 3, you're gonna squeeze and pull. For 2, and then release that right leg long. Inhale's gonna draw left knee in, interlacing the fingers. And exhale, pulls. Exit, toes flexing back to get that right calf grounded. Gaze down front side body, pulling. Releasing that left leg long, let's inhale both knees into your chest. Reach up and grab our opposite elbows up over the knees, feet side by side. So you want to try and get your whole spine flat to the floor here. But, even the back of the neck one day, so you're tucking your chin slightly. Inhale, and you exhale, hug your knees in, squeeze. One more breath like this. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. And then send your legs long to the end of the mat. Arms will come up over your head. So you're going to stretch your fingers away from your toes, interlacing just your thumbs, your palms face up. Flex your toes back towards your face and squeeze your belly to your spine, arms with your ears. Inhale, let's come up. Sit up, double exhale, dive for your feet. Holding here for 3. Bend your elbows and just pour yourself down over your legs for 2. And then spin around and lay in your belly. So now coming into our spine strengthening, you're going to begin with Bhujangasana. So cobra pose, hands will come to either side of your chest rib cage, elbows shooting straight up. I want you to zip your legs up with the heels, calves, and thighs touching. So exhale the breath and inhale, peel your chest up off the floor. Also tailbones dropping down towards your heels, pushing the hips into the mat. Lift your chin, look up at the ceiling. So send the eyes up out of the tops of the eyes looking up. Now see if you can take, again, tailbone to heels, press the feet into the floor, push your hips down and lift up higher. Keep coming up, lift that chest up, lift up. Now hold it right here, 4, 3, 2, slowly lower. Chin touches the mat, left ear comes to the mat, arms come down your sides, and let it go. Then chin comes forward. Roll your body from side to side. One arm at a time will come underneath you, palms are down, thumbs are out. You're gonna relax your left leg. Activate your right leg, reach it to the back of the room and lift it. That's it, stretch that leg straight and strong. Press the hip bone into the forearm and lift that leg higher. So when you think you're at your 100%, you can always go about 5% more. Lift it, now hold it, 3, 2, then let it go. Relax it, come over to left leg, reach it and lift it. Same thing, press the hip bone into the forearm, stretch that leg back, and again, lift it, beautiful, let it go. Lips will come to the mat like you're kissing it. You're going to walk your hands closer to your feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your hands into the mat. Lift both legs off the floor. Perfect. Stretch the legs back first. Push the hands into the floor like you're pushing the mat away from your face. Rock forward onto your face. Lift your legs up higher. 4, 3. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift higher. 4, 2. Slowly lower. Arms come out. Right ear to the floor. Arms on your sides. And then chin forward, Purna Shalabhasana is next. Locust chin forward, arms out to your sides. Stretch them out like airplane wings. Zip your legs up, exhale the breath, fly. Inhale, everything off the floor, just come up. Beautiful. Again, stretch your toes to the back of the room. Really nice. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. See if you can rock forward a little bit and lift your thighs up off the mat. That's beautiful. Now lift your chin, lift your chest. Now look up. Now lift your upper back towards the backs of your legs for 3. Lifting up higher, forward 2, then slowly lower. All the way down, left ear, arms in close, release. Almost there. Just one more spine strengthening. chin forward, bend your knees and grab your feet from the outside. Exhale your breath. With your inhale, kick into your hands. And you'll rock forward onto your belly and start to kick up with your exhale, dropping head back into your shoulders, looking up the ceiling. That's it. Kick more with left leg. That's it. Yes. Squeeze inner thighs a little bit. Keep kicking more with left leg. Kick more. That's it. Keep pointing the toes, kicking up. Now 5. Keep kicking left leg for 4. Kick it for 3. That's okay. Kick it for 2. Slowly lower it. Cute face right up. Right here. That left leg didn't want to go. And then we'll take the hands to either side of the chest. You're going to press up and back, bringing hips to heels, just like this. And you can walk forward a little bit, coming a little higher up on the mat, and hands will come out in front of you. You pour the weight into your hands, open your heels up wide enough that you can bring your hips down between them. If you can get your hips all the way onto the floor and this is comfortable, then you'll drop back one elbow at a time. And if you can get down like this, then it's the top of the head, you'll drop the head back. And then maybe coming to the back of the head and maybe grabbing for opposite elbows up over the head. Yeah, nice. Keep letting those knees fall down and forward. And have a nice back bend here, so keep arching the spine. Breathe into the belly, deep belly breaths. Inhale, belly up, chest up. Exhale, knees fall down. Eventually knees come back together. Stay here though, this is beautiful. And let's come back up one elbow at a time, one hand each heel. So just come back up the way you went down. You're gonna bring your hands down in front. Pour the weight in your hands and just walk your legs like this. So just letting some blood go back in the knees. Juicy flowing into the knees, and then come back seated here. Ardha Krimasana is next. So we come first into fixed firm. Inhale, arms up over the head, palms of the hands together, thumbs crossed. You're gonna stretch up out of your spine, keep your chin away from the chest. With the exhale, you want to try and come forward, getting forehead to the floor before knife edge of the baby fingers. Perfect. Yes, nicely done. So get the chin away from the chest so your nose is just grazing the mat. And then inhale starts at the tailbone and moves all the way up to the fingertips. So I really want you to stretch those fingers forward with your inhale. With your exhale, press the fingers into the floor and push your hips back towards your heels. Take 2 more breaths like this. Inhale, lengthening through fingertips. Exhale, hips back towards heels. And one more time, breathe. And hips to heels. Now keeping hips anchored on heels, see if you can press your forehead into the mat, lift your fingertips up off the floor, and then look forward, reach forward, come up, arms with ears with an inhale breath. Strong, straight spine. At the top, exhale, arms come down, be still. So that one's really great for the whole energetic system, elevating energy from the base of the spine all the way to the crown. I feel that later, right now. And then come up onto your knees. So next is Ustrasana. This is our biggest back bend. So knees will be at least 6 inches, feet can be a little closer. Creating that nice foundation. Hands will come into imaginary pockets. Right where your G pockets would be, and elbows want to come back as if you want them to touch. Drop your head back into your shoulders, just surrender back, squeeze the elbows towards one another. This is it. I want you to inhale, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, push your hips forward and drop your head back, nicely done. This is it. If you can, reach down with right hand, see if you can grab right heel. And if you've got that, left hand grabs left heel. Now grab those heels and lift your chest up with an inhale. Push your hips forward with the exhale. This is it. Drop your head back. Teeth should be touching. Throat should be opening. Eventually, you're looking to see the edge of your mat. So keep inhaling, chest up. Exhale, hips forward, and look back. Come up one hand at a time. Drop hips to heels, hands to knees, and we'll just let that go. So countering that, Sukhasana rabbit pose. So knees together, heels together. Take your hands around. So hands will be in position where thumbs are on the outside, fingers are on the inside. You're going to take an inhale, so that same grip you just had. Same thing. You're going to tuck your chin and round all the way down. Forehead to knees, top of the head to the floor in front of the knees. Once the top of the head hits the mat, lift the hips all the way to the sky. That's it, beautiful. Grab those heels and then try and squeeze your heels together. Press the fronts of the ankles into the mat. Walk your forehead and knees together if they've separated. And then inhale, I want you to arch your spine. and you're pressing the knees down to lift and arch your back. Exhale, push your hips forward and pull on your heels. You want to feel shoulder blade and scapula separating and the whole spine stretching. One more time, inhale, arch your back, push your hips forward. Exhale, pull on your heels. Like you're trying to roll into a somersault, but you can't because you're holding those heels. Then you're going to slowly come back, sending hips to heels and stack one vertebra at a time. Like you're putting your spine back together with care. The very last thing is the head. Once you come all the way up, you're just going to slide off your heels, extending right leg out, left leg in for second leg stretching, forehead to knee. Sole the left foot touching inner thigh. Interlace your fingers, inhale, arms up. Turn towards that right thigh. Exhale, come down and grab your foot. One finger's interlaced below the ball of the foot. And here, we're looking more for a compression than a stretch. So we want forehead on knee. And so you're bending your knee as much as necessary to get that connection. Then left shoulder comes down towards that right thigh. Inhale into your back. Exhale, squeeze your belly into your spine and push your forehead down. So eventually, forehead pushes knees straight. Elbows will sink to either side of your calf onto the floor, and maybe the heel lifts. Inhale, rise up. Let's switch legs. Left leg out, right leg in. Turn towards that left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, come down and grab your foot. And forehead to knee. Rotating right rib cage down. Inhale into your back. Exhale, squeezes belly in and pushes the forehead into the knee. Nice opportunity for a stretch into the foot too, so you can draw toes back. Exhale, press that knee down. Go into an active stretch that feels uncomfortable. And then inhale, rise up. We're going to send both legs straight out in front of you towards me. Arms are going to come up, and you can walk your hips back and press your knees down, toes back. Take an inhale, stretch up. Exhale, reach past your feet. Come down, grab. 4 more breaths here. Inhale, chin forward, gaze forward, looking at your toes. Exhale, you're pulling your body down your legs. 3 more breaths like this. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale, pull. And last one. Big inhale. Exhale, pull and pull and pull. You're going to come up slowly. I want you to bend your knees, pulling knees into chest and roll onto your back. Then you can roll a few times, or maybe you stay on your back and take circles with your knees, or kind of whatever feels good. And then you're going to take both knees and just let them fall off to the right. Arms will fall out to the side and gaze off to the left. So just a nice spine twist here. Letting left rib cage fall, left shoulder blade kind of scooping underneath you. Maybe picking up your head and twisting it a little bit more so left ear comes completely onto the floor. One more breath here. And we'll draw those knees back to center. And knees come over to the left and gaze off to the right. Scooting onto that left hip just a little bit. And then we'll come back to center. You're going to hug both knees into your chest. You're going to bring your forehead to your knees. One last squeeze, just really squeezing all the eggs from the body. Every last little bit of stuff you came here to release, squeeze it out, and then open to your Shavasana. Arms will come out to the sides. Eyes closed. Asana translates to corpse pose. As I said in the beginning of class, we embody these different things. Throughout the class, become body. And now we practice the corpse, dying. The yogi representer understands that we can die 1,000 times in this lifetime, wearing this skin. Killing off the ego, the personality self, allowing yourselves to be reborn, emerge. So at the end of every yoga class, we take this pose, practicing, releasing with grace. Willingness to let go of the desire to grip or hold on to our old ways or old stories. Start to find your way back into your body, just kind of noticing it at first without needing to alter or change anything, and then you just feed the breath in, the breath of life. So we just deepen our breaths, feeling that vital life force flowing down the arms, down the legs, rivers, awakening the toes, the fingers, the energetic being. Maybe you begin to just wiggle one finger, one toe, letting this movement ripple into all the fingers and toes. When you're ready, arms can come up over your head, stretching. Maybe you rock your head a little side to side. And then you'll bring your knees to your chest and roll onto your side. So we move from corpse into the position of rebirth, fetal position, holding here for a breath or two. Safe, protected, loved, held. Suppose it feels very vulnerable. And then we press the right hand into the mat and gently press up to a seat. And we'll seal our practice. Taking tailbone down into the earth, crown up, arms out to your side, palms shine forwards, hearts open. Inhale, reach up, grabbing for divine knowledge and truth. Grace, hands together. Exhale, we pull the hands past the mind, anchoring the mind into the heart. What if we move through our lives anchored in the space of the heart, letting all of our thoughts, words, and actions be filtered from that space? Not wasting one single second in guilt or in anger or frustration. Every moment, an opportunity to dive deeper into love. True nature. Thank you so much. Namaste. Namaste. Sorry for all of this.
Gosh, don't worry about that. I just hope you feel better soon.
I know, it's awful.
There were some things you said that were so that, you know, like the toe point.